All right, whether you're watching this live or you're watching it later recorded, I will say that this is not a fun process. But you guys seem to like to see all aspects of what it's like to run a farm. So here we go. It is 11 o'clock, and I'm doing what's possibly my least favorite thing to do on the farm. And that is taking this disgusting, stinky, yellow neon green powder called yellow sulfur that is antifungal and antibacterial, and it smells like ass. And I'm mixing it in a thick ass oil, making a slurry, and then I have to spread that slurry up and down the horse's legs. The reason is Clydesdales suck. They have this really fun tendency to get bacterial and fungal infections in their legs. They also have a huge, lovely tendency to get really stained, gross legs. One reason I love having, or I don't love having them inside, is because they stand on their manure all night and it stains their feather. So yeah, guys, I'm not the only one, or you guys aren't the only ones who want these horses out all the time. It's much nicer for them to be out than in, but either way. I am kind of destroying one of my, it's a brush. It's not really destroying, it's just temporarily really disgusting. In order to mix this, there's some weird, you can become a professional at anything. So yellow sulfur and antifungal bacterial smells like gas or ass, one or the other. But anyhow, when you have to do something over and over and over again, even if it's not something you can be a professional at, just because it's not a college degree yet, does not mean that you can't be a professional at it. And when you've done it as much as I have, you've discovered certain tools. So, one of them being, I always mix my mixture in these little totes. They originally are for dewormer, and they have a cover. So when I'm done with this, if I haven't used it all up, the end of the world does not come, and instead, I just put a cover on it and can use it next time. This little Miss Demanding piece of shit, I love her, but she's being a snot. She is my next victim. Ellie just got done. I like doing them. I mean, I don't like doing this at all, but I like, if I have to or when I have to do the mixing and spread it out throughout the barn in their stalls. It kind of sucks because it's, like I said, it smells funny. That's A number one. And then A number two, it gets that oil all over the place. Not very pleasant on that factor. It is victim number 2, technically. So hopefully I don't become a victim and get my head kicked off. For those who don't know, Roxanne was a baby I bought when I was going through some severe heartache of losing a foal. So I got a barely handled foal from Canada. We got to get that before that becomes a problem. And it was a horrible idea because she was not a good replacement to what I had created. And she didn't like her feet touched. She has matured over the years, which is great. You can also pick out burdocks I did not know was in her feet. So she's doing good already. Woohoo, baby girl. Thank you for not blasting my fucking head off. This has been a long ongoing process of teaching her that I love her But you guys saw a really cute moment with her the other day when she came up while I was filling the watering trough. She has definitely figured out I don't hate her, and that I might even fucking want the best for her. Easy. It's still an absolutely disgusting process. They turn highlighter yellow. The romance is gone. But things like this little patch of yuck is hopefully what I'm trying to eliminate. Keep their legs clean from bacterial, fungal, and stain, which is fun. Okay. Her hind legs are always her harder spot. So we're just gonna go nice and easy. Good girl. But I'm not going to go super sensitive with it. And the reason is, much like the new mare, they said that she's super herd bound, shy, scared. If you treat her like that, they're gonna only get worse. So we're just gonna get in there, get out, get what I need done. Hopefully before she can process that I'm doing this. But, okay. It is really hard to get it deep in there though. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Now, one thing I've also discovered is very critical, and it's just to help. You can't eliminate this, but it helps. This terrible, disgusting material gets all over everything. So if you wear gloves, latex gloves over your leather gloves, because although oil doesn't freeze, I think it still gets down to fucking freezing. Yeah. You know, sometimes it's not even like, I'm going to show you who's boss. It's like, I'm going to show you I'm not trying to kill you. That seems to be sometimes the process you have to play. So the hydraulic oil is still not all that pleasant. It's definitely not warm in these temperatures. So despite the fact that it's not frozen, of course, because it can't freeze, does not make it so it's not fucking cold. So I gotta keep my hand covered. I need this halter set up. There you go. Eat some hay and shut up. I love you. I'm sorry it's so bad. One thing, I swear to God, the horses always think that, like, I'm trying to trap them inside. I'm like, I am not. I got more gloves, don't worry. I try to do everything before I touch the oil. So let's get right on. All right. Hi, baby. Do not need more sulfur. There is plenty of that. Yes, I will have to do all of the horses. It's so gross. You guys see, like, it's coating me already. I hate this part. It's also not that cheap. That's also a part that really sucks about this. Like, it's expensive, and it's annoying, and it's time consuming, and it makes them stinky. Overall, 0-star experience. Good till last drop. Kind of looks like dark maple syrup. You can use any kind of oil. Coconut oil might make them eat it. Mineral oil, which is just petroleum, which is just this, but not. That part doesn't really matter too much. Then it's yellow sulfur. Mix. Mixy, mixy, mixy. It's a little thinner than it should be, but that's okay. It's not going to be perfect for everyone. It was a little thick for Roxanne. I preferred the slurry I had for Ellie. Little hair adjustment. Look, got my hair out. It doesn't stay on as long as you want it to, that's for fucking sure. It kind of depends on how thick it goes on. And then it also depends on, do I have a cult that I posted pictures of yesterday? What photos? Hey! I know you haven't gone out yet. I'm not trying to ruin your life. Please stop thinking so. I don't know which cult you're talking about. Oh, yeah. The videos of Finley. I still have Finley. She's not that little anymore. Okay, also this mare has been needing a good you look unmanaged. Gross. These stalls are going to be so gross to clean up after today. Ugh. There we go. How's your udder? You keep a pretty clean udder. Just pull off some. There. A little bit more managed. Okay. Welcome, guys. Yeah. Not too much, not too little. Just the right. Okay. Let's get you in where you guys can really see how I do this part. It gets on literally everything. How long does this stay last? Well, it depends, because if you get it on thick on the horses, it lasts a little bit longer. It's harder to get it on, and you kind of waste more product. Then on the alternative is on me. It seems to stay until summer, and then people are like, "What's that smell? A Clyde person around?" But then we're gonna see what you think of Striker. For those who don't know, this is Raina. Raina is 9 years old. And, oh yeah, you're agreeing. 9-year-old mare. She has been with me for a couple years now. We have not successfully had a foal with her, but I did purchase her with her foal, Roxanne. They were one of my first major stupid splurges when I felt like I was being more successful on my OnlyFans. And it was to heal a very broken heart. She goes phenomenally with Bailey, but doesn't get to go with Bailey anymore because she got hooked up and put out front in the hitch as a leader. I think she'd prefer to be a swing, but she's one of her more experienced horses, so she gets put out front. She's a good girl. She is very shy, which is why she's not a great, not great out in the lead. She's a little shy about that. But my largest problem with her shyness isn't necessarily with the pitching as much as it's with the fact. I'm gonna go kill her daughter. Hey! I hooked up another part of the gate, so hopefully she doesn't bust through it. She's really upset, and she keeps banging because she wants to go out. I know it's late that we've gone out, but if I turn her out, then all the other horses are going to get antsy, and I don't want to work underneath antsy horses. So she has to stay in for just a little bit longer. My shyness issue with Raina here is that she doesn't tend to tell me a lot of signs about if she's in heat, which means that she's accepting of the stallion. Kind of makes life a little difficult. So we are going to go stand her by the king, or by, geez, I haven't had king in a while, by the stallion. See what they've got to say to each other. I don't imagine it will be much. Scrumdiddlyocious. Okay. Then you have to make more. And then it's going to be the baby, Finley, and Joey are left in this barn. Oh, and Tilly. So, move that on up. There's not going to be enough in there for that, so yucky. This will keep you busy. Yeah, no shit. Boot burns, got cheap boots. Okay. Let's go stand her. Nice. I got Ariat winter boots. I love these things. How are you guys? We're gonna go stand this thing by the stud. And hopefully find another halter. Because, Joey, there is so much fucking shit to get done today. So I started off with ultrasounding a mare. Standing for a farrier at the other barn. I want all of these horses sulfured. Then I need to clean out where Piper has been. Okay, turn around. I thought it was gonna work a team. Back up. Back up. This is why I can't trust you. I have no idea when you're in heat. Yeah. So she has no reaction to him right now, so I don't think she is now. But anyhow. My hair's stuck. Let's find another halter. Okay, every now and again the dog's talking to me. It sounds like a human. That's weird. Why do you look like a beat horse? You're a weird horse. I love that thing, but I don't want to go do a baby. Don't want to do a baby because I don't want my head kicked off. But at least you guys can be here for it. How many of you guys watched me whack my head with the hammer? That was a fun day. Who remembers that? We can. We're gonna unhook Ellie. Hook up Joe. Unhook. And okay. Hi, baby girl. You're gonna go out soon. That's the one I just ultrasound. So we're gonna tie these two up. It doesn't really stop them from dancing around, but it helps a lot. It's a little less dancing, right? Okay. Hey! Did learn her lesson, apparently. Come on. Maybe, and just maybe, if I have that one tied up and this one tied up and their doors open, I'll be able to go from one to the other without thinking about it. Oh, you like really missed that. Some of you too. Yeah, I don't. I should save it as a short. It was hilarious. Okay. Your stall's disgusting. Let's make more slurry. I do wear tight pants. Of course I wear tight pants. Who the hell wants a loose pair? Okay. So, gloves on. Hey! We're up. Not you two. You two are destined to be stupid. You guys see the dogs. Okay. Trying to fully cover my hands. Toodle-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. At least these aren't tearing. I'm not really sure how they're not tearing in the cold, but they're not. Got a hoof pick around every corner. I know some of you guys are going to be super upset with the oil that I choose to use. This is what we were told to use from World Champions. It's not going to kill them. It doesn't kill them. But you guys just get on every day and go like, what's Amanda going to struggle with today? Shout out to Robbie, because I know he's not going to comment. That I know you're going to giggle about this shit later. Get out. Damn it. It's fine. I don't even give a fuck. Drop down. Honestly. I think I should have grabbed a pair of pliers and pulled that out, but whatever. Fuck it, right? Let's get a pile of this fucking made up though. Enough to do 2 horses. 1 baby, 1 gelding, and then I need to ultrasound Tilly, measure the embryo, fetus, I don't know what. I do know that there's a time difference. I think it's 35 days, so still just a embryo. Oh, that fucking thing. I mean, we all knew that was going to happen, but anyhow. I still have to give some shots to the new mare. I'm trying to disperse them, but then again, maybe if I just stab, and got it done. Have I ever used it before? Yeah, but that one was kind of an old bucket because I didn't do it all fall, and so it had gotten all messed up. Gotta get a little more sulfur in there. But the sulfur likes to be in chunks, so you have to break that apart as well. Oh, Clydesdales, they said. It's romantic, they said. Bullshit, she says. so what are other things on our to-do list? Clean up from where the new mare is. I'd like to get a video of her running. Okay. All sorts of plans. It's kind of bubbling like a sourdough starter. So I hate that I'm touching this because along with those, how long does it last? On things I don't want it to stick forever. Okay. Let's hope she handles this well. Hi, baby. She's not going to take very much. I know she doesn't really have a lot of issues. This is more for protection of the hair length. Preventative and protectant, but not Roxanne. Don't. So yeah, all those shorts I've been making lately or reposting are of this filly when she was little. Come here. Step over. Step over. Good girl. Someone's calling my other phone and I can't answer. I got a limitation and it's definitely touching my ears with this shit on my hands. Okay. How many morses are done now? Blech. Yucky stuff. Finally getting warmer. You're telling me. I do live in Vermont. Thanks for informing. Well, I am busy. Knock it off. You have like pearly white feathering right now. Let's keep it that way. Right? I think I'm gonna need more oil to get you done. Yep. Voila! Move over. What? Hey. Swear to God, they have more product on their leg than I do in my hair. But I think that's what you guys, the allure of me is that I am a low maintenance High maintenance horse girl. Okay. Good boy, Jojo. Now I can officially turn out half the horses, the ones that are in this barn, and check on Ray Ray. Then we're going to ultrasound Tilly and go from there. You guys got that? Got a list? Check it twice. Gonna find out who's not and who's nice. How about we don't touch that, Milo? I don't want to pet a dog that smells like this. And I like petting you. Okay. What are we doing? Out. A few seconds. So. Love these horses. Awesome. Yeah, Milo was going to lick the bucket. Very well greased now, isn't it? Thanks for that. You're not going. You can go. You fucker. Watching a YouTube or a Facebook video. Good answer. Good girl. All right. I was watching a Facebook video the other day that said it was 2 different recordings from being in a barn. A woman had hired somebody to watch her horses. This one's probably going to stretch. She almost always stretches. And she said you could hear the recording of one calling her horse a little fucking asshole. And then the next one is a lady heavy petting the horse, calling it a sweetheart. And it was like, careful who you hire because you never know how your animals are treated behind you. And I'm like, why am I both? Why? I will call these things a fucking little asshole and then kiss them. Joey reversed his direction so fast that he put a hole in the dirt floor. It's unique. Hi, big girl. Let's find out how you're doing. Okay, so here's Tilly Tail. As you guys know, first one bred of the year. Or some of you know, I'm not sure. Sorry, babe. Hang on. Oop. We shouldn't keep jugs of oil and sulfur around horses that don't want to move that over, please. What a fucking mess that would make. Okay. Yes, this is my biggest girl on the farm. She's 18.2. I don't have the largest horses. Striker thinks she's the best horse that's ever existed. And that's because I've been using her to collect. You guys heard about how you guys probably heard all about how I couldn't get a phantom cement block in the ground yet. And so what I do, an alternative, is I use this horse to collect off of. I have a whole system of why I collect off of them and breed that way. And it's because, hi, I have to pee. I have to collect off of her because my stud has a tendency to fake it. He seems to be one of those guys who wants to drag out his job. And so we end up using what's called an AV, or an artificial vagina. We hold it off to the side of her. So he still gets the idea that he's doing it, but he doesn't get to get her dirty. And I can use one jump or one collection of the same horse for 2 horses. So he thinks he's getting the best end of the deal because he's wasting my fucking time. And I laugh because if he just did his end right, he'd get to breed multiple mares. But instead, he wastes my time, then I waste his, and where's the wheelbarrow? Yeah. You like the edge. He's an edger. So. Let's see what we got going on in here. So, do I enjoy it? Yeah. And guys, I'm telling you, I know you might not follow me now. You might not get why I'm doing all this. In April, when baby number 1 comes and then baby number 2 comes, and you guys get to see what it's like to have a little fluffy baby of me. I mean, I'm sorry, but y'all just won't even exist. Just don't bust the bag in the artificial. For that sucked. It also pissed off YouTube, and then I turned to live there for a bit. Tilly, you are not giving me a lot of room. Fucking Rena's over it. She's, you can tell, an older horse. And I've had a lot of babies. You guys haven't seen me go through it here yet on YouTube, but all of the ones that are turning 4 this year, so Ellie, Joey, and Stryker, and then there was Blair as well. At one point, I had 4 babies. And I mean, like, I had 4 weanlings. Then I had 3 weanlings. Step up just a little bit. I had 3 weanlings. And then I think I got the 4th one when it was a long yearling. So in the fall, is when I got Stryker. All I know is I'm not the first one who put a bit in his mouth. I am the last. No, but I was the one who trained him to actually haul something. So he was whatever age that is. So she was really good for this yesterday. Sorry I didn't go live for it. Trying to get her a little more cleaned out because yesterday she wasn't completely, and it made it really difficult. No shit. Okay. Literally, no shit, but where's my bucket? This mare, once I've been in her for a little bit, she starts pinching. off my arm and making it really difficult. Okay. Make sure my probe's nice and clean, clear as shit. Okay, and is somewhere I can clearly see more lube when needed. She being my tallest and I'm 5'4", I do have to use a stand. So, okay. I know, honey. That's... I always put my shit too far away from me. Okay. This will be Ellie's left ovary. And then scanning her actual uterus. I can because there. That's not what I wanted to see. In the horn. Seems like and then up on her other side. Let's see, actually, before we do that. One of the folds seems to be like this, and then stop. I think I just found twins, which is like the worst thing I could have found. I don't want twins. Twins mean somebody's got to go. Hey, there. She has a tendency to do this thing to me where she starts filling my glove with air, and I end up having to completely pull out and starting over again. Stop. It's okay. You got a little break. What the fuck did I do? Did I drop the camera twice? I did. What a fucking idiot. So I need to get a really good read on that. I wish you guys could probably see a little bit better. Thanks, Connie. I'm very frustrated that I think that she has produced twins. So when I keep seeing like these two going out in and out from each other. And that would be twins. So we're gonna see what happens. If I can get that on recording. So that way we know what I'm going to get a vet involved with that, because essentially what needs to happen is one of the twins will need to get crushed off. Which sucks to say. I know everybody romanticizes this idea that they'd have twin foals and how fucking cute, but that's not what happens in this world. They don't do well. I do start to struggle. I mean, I don't know how long I've been up this horse's ass. I do start to have problems with her squeezing my air, squeezing the blood out of my arm. So like my hand, I can't, my hand doesn't work right. So we are going to switch sides. She's the only one that does this to me, and it's very annoying. Hey, Keely. Inside her uterus, I have a very short video, and I'm trying to get a better video of it. I'm pretty sure Tilly has twins. The same horn. They're right on top of each other. I just looked at it inside. I think they're at 16. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I mean, I checked her yesterday and she was pregnant, but then that's the first video. But then the next video that I'm trying to send now, and I'm trying to go back in to try to get an even better one, you can rotate over two, and there's a pretty defined line between the two. But what's not very defined is that they're pretty close to the same size. So, yeah. Yeah. No. Nope. Nope. Dual ovulating. No, I didn't do anything. And yeah, there. Yeah, wait until you get the video. They're pretty, I'm pretty dead set on what I think I'm looking at. You see it? What did you? Yeah, it's a very. And then it kind of sucks because they, I dropped the phone. I guess I assumed I was recording when I was stopping. Yeah. Where are you, little bastards? Yeah, and then iPhone made it so I could download my phone on Snapchat, so that's cute. Yeah, right? I'm sorry that it's not the best image. Yeah, because one, her ovary's on top of my hand. I can feel it right there. There you are, honey. And not to mention, her ovary has a CL. It doesn't. It's got a big old cloudy area. That's not. They're there. They're there. That baby girls. Yeah. Better side. They're on each other. I just cut a really long video of them playing back and forth. Just pop the glove already. Yeah. You crush them. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah! You weren't kidding. You said when you could tell, I stuck my hand in there yesterday and I was like, what the fuck? Because I was used to loosey-goosey and she's pregnant. She was like, It's toned comparatively. Yeah. 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 Well, if I'm being honest, the real reason I know that I scanned up and down and everything was because I'm like, no, this isn't possible. This is not possible. This is not possible that they're both bam into me. And so like, I'm like, no, I've got to be looking at something wrong. So like, I scanned everything and I'm like, no, right there, front center, undecided yet. There it is. Yeah. You stick your hand straight in, straight ahead, and they're right there. Like, and again, why I didn't think it was possible that they're pregnant because of the fact that I'm like, they're, yeah. So, we'll see. But yeah, when are you free tomorrow? The videos are both Tilly. And I'm sorry, I'm sending another video that's Tilly. It's 25 seconds of straight camera on, so that way you can really tell that it is. If that's the one, the second thing I sent you this morning, like you can, is it horizontal, the camera? The one that says fucking twins. Yeah. It's a little bit further along than I thought it was. Like, I thought yesterday I was being early yesterday, and it turned out that I was later than I thought I was. But, I don't know, looks like fucking twins to me. It does look like you said, not possible sure. Didn't you miss me, Keely? Yeah. Twins that will overgrow, or two, it's so far advanced that it's just looking at it. One or the other. Yeah, because I did see, like yesterday I scanned and I have videos, multiple, and I won't send them all to you tomorrow. I won't send them all to you right now and torture you with it. But yesterday, I mean, we scanned, and I didn't see two of anything. And I had a lot of videos of it because of the fact that I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. There's no way. I mean, so, yes, and I did see one, but I took a video and I was like, what is this? And I'll check it again. I posted it in the alumni group of the school that I went to, and everyone's like, congratulations. And I was like, so that's a baby. And it was the only one I saw. It's tucked off to their right, what hand is this? Off to the right a little bit, not much. Like, yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of video I'll show you tomorrow because because I thought yesterday was, no, don't know if you know this, it's been fucking cold out. Yeah. 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 Well, yeah. They were bred on the 20th, so 11 add 5, so they're at 16 right now. That's the earliest they were bred. And so she should be up to day 16. Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully, we'll see. But, saved you a lot of scanning. I tell you what. It's working so far. I still have you, but I'm not going to drive you batshit, I hope. Yeah, this early in the year, I think I'd play it out. And if we have to eliminate them in February, or while we are in February, if I have to eliminate them in March, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was actually kind of I was secretly thinking that. I was like, Keely, not a lot of things are going to survive kerosene, so I mean, I'm not jumping to it, but at the same time, yeah. 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 Yeah, like, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like, when I was looking yesterday, and then I was like, I thought Ellie was infected, so I go to check her today, and I'm like, I don't think there's a chance she's pregnant, and then I found the same thing, and I'm like, all right, maybe I just straight up don't know what I'm looking at, but then I looked at Tilly, and I was like, no, it's right there, and those are twins, so. Oh, fuck yeah. 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 And I have her tracked. Like, yeah. We gotta do something about Raina. I'm gonna have to take her in some fashion. I don't know if we're gonna do like a regimen for 10 days and then literalize her or something. But she's, despite the fact, I mean, she's shedding and she's responsive. All of her follicles are like under one. There's like 80 of them in there and they're all under one. Okay. Because she's just like, she's not, her reproductive system is not getting the idea. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Okay, bye. Did you guys catch all that? 10 o'clock tomorrow, my vet is going to come out. The whole reason of me learning how to ultrasound was to just make her life a little bit easier and my life a little bit cheaper, even though the initial setup and everything wasn't so cheap. This one, Raina, I have been checking her for several times. I keep hopping in, hoping maybe we'd sort of start catching her somewhere in the system. She's super easy to find her ovaries. But in their ovaries, what we're looking for is like, okay, ovary, and like, you see my eyeballs? You want it to be like this, where there's like a few little ones, maybe like my nose, my eyes are some, and we've got one that's growing like my mouth, okay? When I come in here and look at her, I just see speckles, like just like what's at my end of my fingertips. I want to see follicles in some sort of like, I don't want to see salt and pepper in there. I want to see like almost like a conveyor belt where you can see one bigger than the other going like all the way around. And so she's not going. I have a lot of shit on my clothes. That happens. Yepers, it's true. I am covered in horse shit. It's great. Welcome to my life. So, well, this will be interesting. The party is not over. So we will see, drum roll, who thinks that Tilly is pregnant with twins? Who thinks Tilly's just so far along that it looks like twins? We're going to see what we do from there. I have to give shots to the new mare, clean out the new mare's area, get to the stalls. I got hustle time, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the start of the problems on the farm. I'm going to make little short videos for you guys to make your bets and do your little hoobie wappets, but I'm going to head out now, and I will talk to that. Yep.